Hello there, friends, comrades, well-wishers, and New Year's enjoyers. It's not time just yet. We've got all the festivities yet to come. The Milky Awards, the New Year's Eve celebrations. But there's one more thing we need to get out the way first, and that's part 4 of this BBC News Quiz of the Year. Now, I've got a lovely new lamp here that I've plugged in front of me, and it's so bright. It's probably brighter than any other light I've got in this room. And realistically, there's no difference, but it looks like to me that the camera is actually in better quality because it's lit that much better. I can see myself in greater detail, and jury's out, I suppose. So, part 4 of Quiz of the Year, guys, our annual tradition. Here we are. Now, from my recollection, parts 1 to 3, I think part 1 and 2, I got 7 out of 13, which was pretty happy with. Part 3, I got 9 out of 13. So that's given us a nice little cushion altogether. That puts us on what does it put us on? It puts us on 23 out of 39. Is that right? No, something's flawed there. No, that is right. All right, then I'll take it. Anyway, what have we got for this year? This year, the final 3 months of this year, I ought to say. Why did 100 couples all say "I do" together? How well do you remember the stories and people in the news from the year just ending? Test your memory, blah blah blah. So this part covers October to December. So this is the most recent 3 months of the year. In theory, we should do okay. Let's hope. Let's hope. And then this stream can serve as a nice little rallying cry for the Milkies this evening as well. Anyone who pops along to watch, I can say, "Hey guys, don't forget 7 o'clock Milky Awards." I will be dressing up for it, by the way. I won't be doing the Milkies in this. All right then. Question number 1. Passengers on a round-the-world cruise who had been left stranded in Belfast for 4 months finally set sail in October. What was the name of the ship? Was it the Icon of the Seas, the Odyssey, or the Poseidon? Ship stranded in Belfast for 4 months. The Icon of the Seas, the Odyssey, or the Poseidon? I don't know the answer to this one. Shocker. For some really strange reason, I'm feeling Icon of the Seas. I really don't know why. It doesn't feel like it should be the right answer, but for some reason that one, it's guesswork at this point, isn't it? 1 in 3 chance. Let's go Icon of the Seas. No, it wasn't. It was Odyssey. It was the much better suited name, of course. No, it was the Villa. It was that one. All right, then. It was that one. Question number 2. Singer Sabrina Carpenter became the first female artist in the history of the UK singles chart to spend 20 weeks at number 1 in a calendar year. Which of her tracks spent the most time at the top? Was it Espresso, Please, 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 or Taste? I think it was either Espresso or Please, 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 because as a non-popular music follower, I hadn't heard of the song Taste, so it's got to be one of them two. I want to say Espresso. Espresso's ringing a lot of bells for me. No, it was Taste. I was completely wrong. Completely wrong. Bad luck. It was Taste, which enjoyed 9 weeks at the top. Shows what I know. This is why I got all those questions right in the first few parts, so I could save up all my wrong answers for this one. 100 couples said "I do" at one of England's most popular wedding venues all in one day as it celebrated its 100th birthday. Which of these London registry offices was it? Was it Islington Town Hall, Old Marylebone Town Hall, or Stoke Newington Town Hall? These are horrible questions. Where's the nice questions? Stoke Newington Town Hall. No. It was wrong. Good evening, Swiss, says Frank. Good evening there, Frank. I'm having a really bad time of it with all these questions today. I don't think, I'm not sure if I've got a single one right so far. A huge Maya city was discovered by accident centuries after it disappeared under jungle canopy in Central America. In which country did researchers discover the remains of Valeriana? Was it Guatemala, Honduras, or Mexico? Total guess. Once again, I'm going to say Honduras. No, it was Mexico. Oh, no. No. All the hard work we put in those earlier parts to be done dirty like this. A year of US political drama came to a head in November as Donald Trump defeated Kamala Harris to win a second term in the White House. After winning, which of the following did he pledge to do when he becomes president? End automatic citizenship, impose restrictions on abortion pills, raise the social security pension age. I think it was end automatic citizenship, because that one rings a bell. I've heard that one being discussed in the past few months. I don't think Trump doesn't really seem to come down too hard when it comes to abortion on any one way or the other. He's always sort of like for the states to decide or whatever. And I couldn't see Trump getting in and saying he's going to raise the pension age. So I'm going to say end automatic citizenship. That kind of folds in with his other policies more coherently, I'd say. Yep. Okay. There we are. We got one. That's right. He vowed to end automatic citizenship to anyone born in the US, something enshrined in the Constitution. In an interview with NBC, the president-elect also said he would pardon those involved in the 2021 Capitol riots and promised to issue a lot of executive orders on day one, including on the economy, energy, and immigration. On issues such as abortion rights, NATO membership, and making savings on Social Security, Trump left room for maneuver. All right. The Conservatives elected Kemi Badenoch to be their next leader following the party's record loss in the UK general election. Who did Badenoch beat in the final ballots of party members? Was it James Cleverly, Robert? I can't speak today. Was it James Cleverly, Robert Jenrick, or Tom Tugendhat? Well, we remember this one, don't we, avid UK politics watchers? And the final two were Kemi Badenoch and Robert Jenrick. James Cleverly was thought to have enough support of the members to make it through, but because of the way that people like to distribute their votes and play little games, trying to knock one person out or another, it's thought that maybe too many of the Cleverly supporters put their votes elsewhere, and he ended up out early. But it was Robert Jenrick that went up against Kemi Badenoch, who's now remodeling himself as a sort of I don't know. Think of like Matt Hancock in the late 2010s, and imagine if Matt Hancock in the late 2010s, when he was doing all of his digital culture, media, sport, look out, what a go-getter I am. Imagine that mixed with Nigel Farage. That seems to be Robert Jenrick to me, that from my observations. He's doing all these little social media things. He's keeping himself busy, bless him. And all the comments on them are from Reform supporters who just say, we love what you're saying, Robert, but why didn't you do anything about it for 14 years? Come join Reform, Robert. Anyhow. All right, then. Well, we pivoted to politics, and I've got a couple of the questions. The world of music mourned Quincy Jones, the celebrated US musician and producer who died aged 91. Over the course of his career, he worked with artists including Frank Sinatra, Donna Summer, and Michael Jackson. Which of Jackson's records produced by Jones won a Grammy for Album of the Year? Oh, dear. I don't know which of Michael Jackson's albums Quincy Jones produced. I'm just gonna guess. I don't know. No, but I'm gonna guess Bad, but I really have no idea. No, it was Thriller. Okay. That's scary. It was Thriller, which won the coveted prize in 1984. All right, then. 8 out of 13. I think maybe if we get all the rest of the questions right, we're still on track. The world's largest crocodile in captivity died at a wildlife sanctuary in Australia. The ancient reptile was thought to be at least 110 years old. That's 30 years older than Joe Biden, folks. At least 110 years old. But what was his name? Was it Brutus, Cassius, or Maximus? You too, Brutus. Again, it's a total guess. It's a total guess. Let's say Maximus. No. Cassius. Should have known. You bit off more than you can chew. It was Cassius. Great. Match of the day presenter Gary Lineker will step down from the flagship political. I can't read today. I don't know what's wrong with me. From the flagship. Hang on. I'm taking a minute. I'm gonna compose myself here so I can fight my way through the remaining 4 questions. Get it together, Swiss. You've got a whole Milky Awards to host later on this evening. Okay. Match of the day presenter Gary Lineker will step down from the flagship football show at the end of the season, the BBC announced. The host since 1999. In which year did he present parts of an episode in just his underwear as the result of making a rash promise on social media? Was it 2013, 2016, or 2019? Frank says, I'll give you a clue for this one, Swiss. It was the year when Leicester City won the Premier League. I remember Leicester City winning the Premier League, even though I don't follow football that closely because it was all over the news and it was a big sort of seen as a big surprise. I'm not sure if they were the favourites to win, but they hadn't sort of ascended that high in either ever or in a really long time, one way or the other. What year was it? I don't know. Part of me is thinking 2013. But maybe that's a little bit too early. I'm going to go 2016. It was 2016. Hooray. Good stuff. Result, it was 2016. And look, there he is, the man himself. 2016. Well, cheers for your help there, Frank. Okay, last few questions. Paris's iconic Notre Dame Cathedral was reopened in December after being rebuilt in the wake of the fire that destroyed much of it in 2019. How much is the renovation of the 850-year-old building said to have cost? Was it 600 million euros, 700 million euros, or 800 million euros? This is one of those that unless you kind of know the answer, you're not, they're all similar-ish sums of money. I'm just going to pick the largest one. I'm going to pick the biggest one on the list and say that it was a very expensive project. No! Oh, that was me being biased by living in England, where everything is a really expensive project. And sometimes they get cancelled before completion. Bad luck. It was 700 million euros. Okay, then. Singer Taylor Swift thanked her fans as she brought her record-breaking Eras tour to an end after almost 2 years. In the final shows of the tour were held in the Canadian city of Vancouver. But where did it start? Was it Glendale, Arizona, Kansas City, Missouri, or Nashville, Tennessee? Well, as one of the biggest Swifties any of you know, I've been following her Eras tour for the entire 2 years. I've kept it under wraps pretty good. I've kept a lid on it. Never mentioned it before here on the YouTube channel. But of course, all of us Swifties know that Taylor Swift started her Eras tour that lasted almost 2 years in the great American city of Nashville, Tennessee. No, it was Glendale, Arizona. I had a 1 in 3 chance, didn't I? I wasn't ready for it. Okay, penultimate question here. We're back onto US sports. One of our strong suits here. All right. Baseball player Juan Soto made headlines when he signed the most expensive contract in the history of professional sports. For which Major League Baseball team did he sign? Was it the Los Angeles Dodgers, the New York Mets, or the New York Yankees? I'm feeling, again, preface it by saying I know nothing about baseball. I've heard of the Mets and I've heard of the Yankees. I've not heard of the LA Dodgers. So I'm being pulled towards one of the New York answers. I'm going to say the Yankees. It was the Mets. You struck out. It was the New York Mets. All right. Well. And finally, last question, guys. Broadcaster Zoe Ball described presenting Radio 2's breakfast show as an absolute privilege as she signed off for the last time after 6 years as host. What song did Ball play to end the show? Oh, because of course I'll know this one. Keeping the Dream Alive, Lovely Day, Sweet Freedom. Lovely Day. No, Keeping the Dream Alive. Okay, great. Brilliant. I don't like the caliber of questions received in this final part, guys. I'm not a fan. So let me see. I got 7 in the first part, 7 in the second part. That brings us to 14. 9 in the third part. So that brings us to 23. So my score in this one is 3. Oh, that's tragic. That brings us to 26. 26 out of 52. I got exactly half of them right. Exactly. Yeah, I definitely needed that little cushion I built for myself in part 3 because I got a lot of them wrong today. All right, then. Overall, guys, 26 out of 52. Half of them right. I achieved my goal with absolutely no room for maneuver. I mean, I kind of said I would have liked to have got over half of them right, but I'll take half of them. I think I've done worse in previous years, so that's not too bad. Frank, have you been keeping track of how you've done? I know you joined me partway through, so you may miss some of the early ones. But any of you lovely folks who end up watching this a bit later on after I've broadcast, if you've been keeping track all the way through, drop a comment down below the video. Let me know how you did. Sir Richard from Awesome in Bed, I know you got 52 out of 52, but I'd like to hear off the rest of you as well. All right, guys, I will say that that's it for the time being then. So I'll be seeing you again. One more comment here from Frank. Great streams, Swiss, 7 out of 13 for me. I'll get some fitting thumbnails designed for these. Oh, thank you very much. Best of luck hosting Milkies tonight. Looking forward to it. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Frank. What was I saying? Yeah, so bringing me on to the Milkies, guys. In just over 2 hours' time, so 7 p.m., we'll be going live with the 2024 Milky Awards. I hope you're able to join us. It's gonna be good fun. Bashir Assad, Donald Trump, other beloved figures. Who comes away with the most Milkies this time? We shall see. Anyway, catch you later, guys. Thank you very much. Ta-ta.